this coming weekend, me and a buddy of mine are going on a 3-day, 36-mile trip, doing some hiking and stuff. And we did a 48-mile trip this past April, I believe it was. And I did a video going over the trip and lessons learned and what I carried and everything. But I figured I'd do another video going over what I'm taking this time around. It is a little shorter distance. Still 3 days. The weather's going to be a little bit cooler though, currently, and it's probably going to change between now and then. But currently, the area that we're looking at, the weather being anywhere from, I believe the first day it looks like it's going to be in about 75. The next 2 days about 55 to 60, if I remember correctly. I believe the last day is going to be the coolest. Nighttime temperatures anywhere from 40 to 50 degrees. To be honest with you, where we're going to be at, I fully expect it to be closer to 35. So that's the temperatures we have to contend with. There is a slight chance of rain for one of those days, but not a big chance. But anyway, with all that being said, I thought I'd go over, exactly what I'm taking. This is the same pack I took last time, Kelty Coyote 65. What's in here is going to be very similar to what I took last time. It's almost identical setup. There's a few things that have changed. I had some stuff come in that I ordered offline, came in yesterday. I'm going to be trying out a few things. I ordered a merino wool t-shirt to try out. I've been wanting to try one for a very long time, so finally just broke down and ordered one. I'm going to try it on this trip. So we'll see how that does. But right here in the top compartment, I did switch a few things around of how I carried it, or the position of where I carried it versus last time. In this compartment, I just have no, this is not food, you smell it, a pretty comprehensive trauma kit. Being where we're going to be at, it's kind of going to be just us. We're going to be a good little distance from people, or from somebody coming to us. But having a good trauma kit is a good idea. I also have just a small boo-boo kit in here. I also have some Gold Bond. This is a bigger bottle than I took last time. And a headlamp. That's what's in the top compartment. I also have some drip drop IV packets, or electrolyte packets, excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna put that up. Kind of on a hill, so my pack has to fall down. But I keep that right here at top, and I don't keep a lot in here, mostly in case, that way it's just easier, in case something does happen, it's easier to just grab this out, and it's right here on top. There's no fuss, no muss. I know right where it's at. Alright, so on this compartment, I just keep some toilet paper and some biodegradable wet wipes. This is denatured alcohol. I'm not using Esbit cubes this time. I'm going to use alcohol. Mainly because I haven't used alcohol a whole lot. I've used it some, but just not a ton. And I wanted to kind of give it a go this time. Also, it's going to be a little bit cooler. And to me, Esbit cubes do not work as good in colder weather. I have a small little, aluminum ultralight trowel just for digging cat holes and stuff. And this is a Baofeng UV9G. I didn't take one of these last time. I've gotten more into radio stuff, and since I have a GMRS license now, and I'm still learning stuff, I'm taking this one mainly because it is a waterproof radio, and it is in a Ziploc bag that's been reinforced with duct tape. But it also gives me an emergency option if something were to happen. The game plan I'm leaving, back at home, I have another radio at home. It's going to be tuned to a certain channel frequency and all of that good stuff. It's just part of the game plan of if something happens, cell phone goes out or whatever, it pours down rain, I fall in a river, whatever, and the cell phone doesn't work anymore. Well, guess what? This is waterproof. This is going to work. So, just gives me an option of, in an emergency, if something happens, I have this. So, that's just important for me to have, I think. Other than that, that's all that's in that compartment. Adding this to it, I think, is a good idea. You shouldn't, if you're going to crap on the surface, it's not a good idea to do that. But I mean, if you have to, you have to, but it's just not a good idea, I don't think, especially if you're going to be going on a public land like we're going to be doing. And in a other situation where you don't want to be seen, covering up your crap and your trash and stuff is a very good idea. Anyway, enough about the crap right there. So that's all that's in that pocket. On the other side, I just have a bag of tent stakes and a ridgeline, and I have my one Tiger's tarp that I'm taking. Since there's a chance of rain, I got a bigger tarp, more coverage and stuff. Normally that's a good way to go, I feel like. And that's all that's in that pocket. These two outside mesh pockets, one side has these Swiss canteens, and I just have one of the cups on them. There's a Swiss canteen on this side too. I'm taking these because they lie really, really flat in these pockets, and I just like these canteens a lot. And they ride very well in there. Ma'am, watch out. I have a snow pack aqua cover. In case it does rain, I have a pack cover just to keep my stuff dry. Alright, getting into the main compartment. Well, before I get into the main compartment, on the outside I have my Thermarest Trail Scout. I'm going to take it like I took last time. I really like this thing. It's very comfortable. But before we get in the main compartment, let's get to this outside flat pocket right here. So I haven't printed off my maps yet. The maps are going to go in this pocket, but like they did last time, I have a pair of mechanics gloves. This is just my power bank and some spare batteries and charging cords for my phone. I have my compass and a set of pacing beads, along with the signal mirror and everything like I had last time in the last video. And if you haven't seen the other video, it's basically just the compass, pacing beads, a signal panel, and a signal mirror. Just a all-in-one kit, basically. Spoon. Karma. So if you haven't, you can't see it on the camera right now, but the dog's back here behind us. I'm on the edge of the river. Just across the river, there's actually a sow, a wild hog, and about 3 or 4 little piglets. And my dog has spotted them. Karma. Come here. Come here. They just took off into the woods, but if they were on this side of the river, I'd probably be eating bacon tonight. Anyway, sorry about that. Interrupted the video there. The only other thing that's in this pocket is a small little pouch. This is basically like my catch-all bag. It just has matches, lighter, ferro rod, some duct tape, water purification tablets, a sewing kit, a small fishing kit, some Ziploc baggies for trash and stuff like that. That's pretty much all that's in there. And the only other thing left in here is some paracord. So that's all that's in this front compartment. Again, the only other thing I have to add in here currently is my maps, which are going to be printed off today, and they're going to be waterproofed and all of that jazz. So alright, let's go on to the main compartment. Did you see him? You couldn't get him, could you? Good, I'm glad you couldn't, because I know you'd probably go after him if you could. She will chase something. Anytime she's with me out here, she'll chase something down in a heartbeat, especially if it gets near us. Anyway, okay, so moving on to the main compartment. Right up top, I have a big, huge bag of trail mix. I'm taking trail mix this time instead of the peanut butter, like I did last trip. I like doing the peanut butter, and I love peanut butter, but the third day of eating peanut butter kind of got a little old, to be honest with you, so I wanted to mix it up. And plus, with it getting cooler, I figured trail mix might be a better idea. And that's a homemade trail mix that I make myself. The other thing that's right here on top is I have a weather layer. This is just a, it's not really a rain-proof jacket, but it's kind of a wind-resistant, water-resistant kind of jacket. DWR coated and all of that good stuff. I have my Esbit cook pot, same one I've been using. Only difference this time, it has the alcohol stove in it, and I'm just going to use it instead, the alcohol instead of the Esbit. And the alcohol stove that's in there will hold about 2 or 3 ounces of alcohol, plus the bottle I have in here holds about 10 ounces. So in total, I have about 13 ounces, give or take, of alcohol, which should be plenty enough for me. This is just a dry bag that has, there is 2 spare pairs of underwear, I know at least 3 pairs of socks. I think there's closer to 5 pairs of socks in there actually. But there's spare socks in here, spare underwear, 1 spare t-shirt, and a very heavy duty base layer in case it gets cooler than expected at night. I have a Ziploc bag, large Ziploc bag for my food, my other food that I'm going to be taking. There's also some, they're basically Knorr pasta sides with some packs of chicken. Oatmeal with some protein powder in it for breakfast. I have some protein bars and some different kind of like energy bars and stuff. The other thing that's in here is my gaiters to go along with my rain gear. I have my pillow. There is a 3-liter Hydro Pack hydration bladder. I definitely have grown to prefer the Hydro Packs. This one I actually just got, so hadn't used it a whole ton, but when you're covering distance, there's no better way to stay hydrated than a hydration bladder. That's just my opinion and my experience so far. Only other thing in here, and I'm not going to pull it out just because I don't feel like pulling it all the way out, is a, well, I'll pull it out just to show y'all. It's kind of a pain to pull out with that bladder in here, but this is a sleeping bag. This is a 1-wind top quilt. It says it's rated down to 35. We'll see. My guess is it's probably closer to a 40-degree bag than a 35-degree bag. So that's going to be my sleep system. I had to order a separate stuff sack for this thing, and the stuff sack that came with it sucks. But this one seems to be pretty good. Now, this is going to be what I'm going to take. That plus my base layers and my sleeping mat. I feel like I'm going to be able to dip down to at least 40, possibly a little lower. And the only reason I say that is because with a poncho liner and a base layer set, I can dip down to 45 and sleep very comfortable because I sleep kind of warm. Now, if it looks like the forecast might change a little bit before we go, it looks like it might get a little bit colder than expected, I'll still keep this and I'll throw in my poncho liner too. And with that, I should be good to go. So yeah, that's basically everything that I'm going to take. As you can see, it's not a lot of stuff, but this is my baseline, just like it was. Pretty much the kit that's in here is almost exactly the same as what I took on our 48-mile trip that we did. So it's a baseline that works very well for me. What's in here I have used multiple times and have vetted, and I've just had very good luck with it. So I can't really say much more. I forgot there is one other thing I have in here. The hip belt pocket has my solute filter. Other than that, that's all I have in here. So hopefully trip goes smooth. As of right now, weather looks like it's going to work out good for us. But other than that, that's all I'm taking with me, other than what'll be in my pockets. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions about what I'm gonna be taking, or you want to know more about anything or whatever, just leave a comment, let me know. I will do like I did my last trip and do a video as much as I can during the trip. It's very hard to video when you're trying to cover a lot of distance and do a lot of stuff, but like I said, I'll do my best. If you have any questions about anything, again, just leave a comment below, and look for the video of our trip, and I'll also do another after action review of the trip. So if anything else, y'all take care.